Je veux demeurer près de toi, être purifié dans ta présence. Je veux me prosterner à tes pieds, entendre ta voix et marcher avec toi.
Hello, and welcome back to this new episode of One Story, One Word. If you are new here, please subscribe. Today we are going to read Acts of Apostles, chapter 23, from verse 1 to 5. Then Paul, looking earnestly at the council, said, Men and brethren, I have lived in all good conscience before God until this day. And the high priest Ananias commanded those who stood by him to strike him on the mouth. Then Paul said to him, God will strike you, you whitewashed wall, for you sit to judge me according to the law, and do you command me to be struck contrary to the law? And those who stood by said, Do you revile God's high priest? Then Paul said, I did not know, brethren, that he was the high priest, for it is written, You shall not speak evil of a ruler of your people. Amen. In this passage, we see that Paul was in front of the Sanhedrin, and the Sanhedrin was a Jewish governing body and supreme court in ancient Israel. It consists of 71 members, including high priests, scribes, Pharisees, Sadducees, and other prominent community leaders. They play a significant role in interpreting Jewish law and overseeing the community. And in this text, we see that Paul apologized for insulting the high priest, because despite his circumstances, he recognized the high priest's office, and that office held a significant authority and respect within Jewish tradition. After that, Paul apologized, and he apologized based on a specific passage, which is in Exodus chapter 22, verse 28. In some version, it will be 27. And said, You should not revile God, nor curse a ruler of your people. And in this situation, what Paul was living was not right. And the high priest was kind of abusing his power, because according to the law, when you are judging someone, that person is supposed to tell his story, tell his version of the story. You are supposed to listen to him. But by asking to those who were standing beside Paul to strike him on the mouth was a violation of that law. When someone is accused, you should listen to that person before judging him or her. But it is not because this situation was not fair that it gives Paul the right to insult the high priest, because he is an authority in the Jewish community. Whether it is a parent, a president, a CEO, or I don't know, a pastor, a prophetess, whatever you want, even when a situation is not fair, you are still supposed to not insult them, to respect them. And in the verse 6, finally, Paul has the occasion to state his version of the story, why who he is and why he is there. And also in the chapter 24 of Acts of Apostle, you can see that when you will read further. But it is not because someone is acting unfair that you have the right to insult that person. You can state your point without insulting people. Those two things you are not supposed, you can state your point without insulting someone. I'm not saying that, because people have authority over you, you should shut your mouth, but you should not insult them. You can tell the truth without insulting people. I know that it can be hard, and I can completely understand why Paul turned into a super saiyan when he was struck on the mouth. He was hurt and it was unfair. But it's not because something is unfair that it gives you the right to insult the authority. You can talk without insulting. And also we see that the high priest here was kind of corrupt. He was behaving against the law because he knew that people are supposed to respect me. I can act whenever I want, however I want. And I want to tell you today that if it happens one day that you have a leadership position, whether it is in church, you are a pastor, prophet, doctor, apostle, coordinator at your in your enterprise, or you are a parent, you should not abuse your authority. You should not go against the law just because you have an office, just because you have authority. You should not. So let me know, are you like Paul? Are you going to insult people at the beginning, or now you think you are able to respect authority? And when you are in a position of leadership, how do you behave? Let me know in the comment section. Don't hesitate to let a like on this video and to share with someone, and we will see each other in another episode. Stay blessed.